Do you know me with Michelle Young? Has Michelle ever gotten stitches?
Yes, actually on my chin.
Same.
On my chin. Why do I feel like everybody has a scar? Yeah, I was climbing across the top of the monkey bars. You know, you're not supposed to do that, but risk taker. Hey, there I am climbing across. Day before my family was going to leave for Disney World, and it had rained, and so it was slippery, and I slipped, cracked my chin open, and had this like big wad of gauze and bandages while I was walking around Disney World.
Oh, you can barely see it.
Couldn't go on any. I mean, it happened when I was like in second grade. So, but yeah, couldn't go on many of the water rides.
Has Michelle ever left a bad Yelp review?
No, I don't think I've ever even left a review on the internet.
Neither have I. Has Michelle ever paid for a psychic reading?
No.
Do you believe in any? What's something that you? Okay. Do you have any beliefs that are kind of like?
Kind of like questionable. Contrary to opinion. Okay.
Unscientific.
I'm super curious if I've never been to a psychic. I'm super curious. Like if you go to a psychic reading, there's going to be a bunch of psychic readings in my inbox on Instagram after this. If you go to a psychic reading, do they tell you anything negative? Because you're paying for it. And like if you go into a psychic reading and you leave feeling awful, like your life's going to end, would you ever go back?
Probably.
I have a woman in Minnesota that I'll connect you with. She's the best. She was awesome. She does them out of her house because she lives with her mother, who's also a psychic. And she is freaking incredible. And they're just in this like suburban house in Minnesota.
What do you get from it? Like, what do you
She did everything from like narrowing in on me to like my future to like talking to people who had passed that like wanted to say something to me. Yeah, she was great. I went to McDonald's afterwards and felt really wholesome.
I feel like I give you a psychic reading.
I needed some nuggets.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, capitalize with the nuggets. But okay, so you left feeling good. Like you left feeling enlightened.
Yeah, I left feeling like I had like more clarity on exactly like where I was going. Okay. Also, she was the type of woman my friend went to first, and out of nowhere, I wasn't even there. And she was like, "Do you have a friend named Allie?" And Caitlin was like,
"Internet."
Yeah.
And she all?
No, but I was in college at the time.
It's like going on The Bachelor and be like, did you meet Lauren?
My friend Allie came on the show. That's why I'm laughing.
I was in college at the time, and the psychic turned to Caitlin and was like, yeah, well, Allie's going to go to LA for 7 years, but then she'll move back to Minnesota and you guys will still be close. Like pulled that. I was still in Chicago at that point.
I don't know.
Here, Nicholas, where am I right now? Los Angeles.
I guess.
Freaking nailed it.
Psychics are real.
Crushed.
If you could find out when you die, would you want to know?
Oh, no. Who would want to know that?
I feel like...
Who would want to know that? Have you seen that Black Mirror?
Half the people in the world would, I bet.
What do you think?
I think it's like 50-50.
I think it's a control thing also.
That sounds like a Black Mirror episode.
And there's two kinds of people who would and people who wouldn't.
Okay. Would you want to know when you die if you also knew that it would be after a certain age, right? Because like your fear would be like you're dying and you're gonna pass away in 3 days.
No, because to get to the answer to that question, I would know whether I die before that age or not.
Wait,
right?
what? That made no sense.
Well, because if you're like, oh,
no, like okay, so if
you're like, I don't want to know, I don't want to know.
So you are gonna die between ages 80, like if they're going to give you're going to die between ages 80 and 90, or it's after 80, right? Like if you wanted to know that, if I'm like, okay, I know that I'm going to live to at least 85. I know that I have this much of life left and I'm going to make it unreal. Like I'm going to make it the most amazing experience.
So I guess I would have to find out that I die before 85.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like if you knew that it was after 85, would you still do it? Okay. No.
Do you?
No, not really. I mean,
I'm too neurotic to be like, fuck, you know?
Yeah, no.
Does Michelle have any reoccurring dreams?
Yeah, I do actually. I have this really weird dream where it started when I was in high school, and I was like, I was at my house, or in this dream, I'm at my house, and I can see, I'm like upstairs in my living room, and I can see this car, like this red SUV pull up in the driveway, and a person gets out. And the first time I had the dream, I was like running downstairs. I was at home by myself, and I'm trying to keep that person out of the house. And like that first time, this person gets into the house. Like I'm trying to hide in the house. I'm trying to escape. It's really weird. And the second time I had the dream, like he pulls up and I know that this person's coming into the house again. And every single time I had the dream, I get like closer and closer to keeping them out. It's really weird.
We had a dream expert on that we interviewed yesterday. The episode hasn't come out yet, but what we learned, I can't tell you what it means, by the way, because
I was going to say, are you going to enlighten me?
But I think the biggest takeaway of that episode, and it does, by the way, plug, it comes out soon, is that our dreams, especially our recurring ones, are emotions that we are trying to process about feelings that we're having. So the reoccurring dream is like something that you're
running
emotionally trying to process, that your dream's trying to tell you it's an emotion that you're trying to work through.
Interesting.
A house has a specific representation. Do you remember what it was?
It was like your own personal like stability, your life, like where you feel the safest. And if you're having this like recurring thing, it means like he said recurring dreams are like walking down a street and someone's yelling at you, but you never like turn around and address them. So they'll just keep yelling louder and louder until you fully address it.
Oh, wow. Interesting. Well, I haven't had that dream in like a year. So
maybe you lock the house.
It's gone. Maybe. Maybe.
Have you ever secretly read a significant other's text?
Yes. When I was in high school.
Oh, well, that's
the person was cheating. So I guess it was worth it. But I'll tell you this. If I ever feel the need to do that, I'm not in a relationship with you anymore. Yep. Learn from our mistakes.
Does Michelle get road rage? I'm going to say no.
No.
Can Michelle Dougie?
Yeah, I think so if you put on music.
Okay. Has Michelle given or received the middle finger this year?
I've received it and I have not given it. I've actually
Who gave
never
you the middle finger.
Somebody driving, but it was somebody who had road rage and I was not the only person.
What do you do when someone flips you off?
Laugh. Because it's kind of a personal problem.
Do you make sure that they see your laugh?
I mean, maybe. I mean, if they continue to look at me as they're flicking me off, like I'm kind of chuckling, maybe shaking my head a little bit.
Try the thumbs up.
I have done that already, or I've given like the okay.
Smile. Do you have a little petty in you?
Do I have petty? I don't know. If someone's flicking you off when they're driving past you,
I have petty.
And like whatever, like is it being petty or is it being positive?
Yeah, but the thumbs up, you want them.
Good for you. I don't know. I feel like it's deserved at that point.
All right.
It's not necessarily petty.
Final question.
All right.
Has Michelle been kissed in the past month?
Yes, by my dog Chief.
Pop out.
By a human being.
I'm sorry. My mom and my dad kiss me on the cheek every time I see him.
Had to be asked.
Dang.